it's one thing to hear a really good piece of advice, but it's another thing to actually act and do what that advice is saying. Because I feel like a lot of times we hear these really valuable pieces of advice, but it's like at the end of the day, it's just a cool saying unless you do something about it. What's the most valuable piece of advice that you've ever received in your life? Advice that's maybe made you change the way you think and go about your daily life.
The best advice that I got in my life is always refer to, your heart.
Mm.
Sometimes you need to make hard decisions and you don't know. You want it to be out of your comfort zone, or you wanted to choose a path and you don't know which is right, which is not right, and which is wrong. And it's a very risky situation.
Right.
For example, you want to change a job, or
Yeah.
you want to change, I don't know, your life situation, your
Right.
family situation. So it's not always a easy thing. It's not like choosing a Starbucks versus Tim Horton. It's like a hard decision to
Yeah.
to go. Sometimes, you for those things, when you do like your risk assessment and you put all your like a ducks in a rows and you compare them together, but final moment to make a decision is very hard
Mm.
sometimes. And on that time, I think the message I got is just focus and see what's your heart telling you.
Make use of education. If education is available, go after it. It's the basis of your life. Being able to travel, expose the world to yourself.
Um, Mine is similar. I was working in the bank in an office, and my brother said to me, "You should go to college," and I did, and that was a very good advice that I took.
The best piece of advice that I've ever received throughout my life is, "Who the fuck are you?" Um, and I feel like that's valuable because we often get in our own ways, and we've talked about this on the podcast, that we get in our own ways so many times from preventing ourselves from doing things we want to accomplish because we're worried about what other people think of us. But it's no one's built this reputation aside from you. No one knows or cares or gives a fuck about who you are except those who are really close to you. And if you're scared about accomplishing whatever it is because of what those who are close to you think, then you don't have the right people who are close to you.
I just want to come and add in on this because I think this is very relevant.
Come here. Come here.
Let me scooch on in. I think this is very relevant to what we're doing right now because I have not been wanting to talk to and approach people and ask people to come sit down and talk with us, right? But it's like, who the fuck am I? These people are going to forget about us. Who cares?
Yeah.
The people who come sit down and talk to us are going to look, oh, that was a cool thing. Maybe they'll tell a family member or a friend or whatever. But they don't fucking care because it doesn't matter. And like, I could literally dump my pants right now and people would forget. Would you share that advice with other people, maybe young people who are wondering if they should go to university and pursue that? Would you suggest that strongly?
I'd make a change now. In my country, about 15, 20 years ago, the government talked about smart economy, and absolute shambles of advice they gave, because kids who were not able to go to university, they felt inferior if they went away to do a trade or got in the service sector. Now Ireland is crying out for people in the service sector. So my advice would be, like in North Europe, kids who finish what we call secondary level education, go and do a trade or work in the service sector for 2 or 3 years. Then they decide if they want to go to college. Going to college now in Ireland is a peer pressure. And you have kids going to college and having no idea what they want to do. They drop out after 2 years, they start another faculty, and they enjoy what's called the holiday season for about 8 years of their life. I would advocate that children leaving secondary school do something in the service sector. Learn a trade, be cooks, be hairdressers, be something. That's it.
Recently I had a very big decision to make, and it was about work change and give a very big offer. But when I was thinking with myself, I don't know, something in my heart or inside me said no, always.
Mm.
But sometimes also from my brain pushed me and said,
Yeah.
yeah, that's good. You did all the assessment, you made all the points, or check, let's accept. But finally I said no. And it was a very hard decision for me.
Okay.
But I think it was a burden on me, and I was suffering to make this decision. As soon as I make this decision and I said no, I feel like, oh my God, now I can breathe. I was
Yeah.
stressed out. It was a good things to happen,
Right.
but also sometimes good things or changes are always hard.
Right.
And it's good sometimes to change, not just to be like we are saying, you have to be like a river.
Mm.
Just move on, not a swamp. But sometimes some changes, maybe you have to say stop.
I like that.
It's a hard decision.
Yeah.
It's a hard decision, but always refer to your heart because at the end, brain is logic,
Mm.
heart is sense. Happiness is something that you feel in your heart.
Right.
That's it.
When in your life did you get this piece of advice?
I got it in couple of times. My parents and like, normally when I wanted to make a big decision, I'm brainstorming because sometimes it's good to get different people's with different view and everybody has their own view to compare. But at the end, you are the person making decision. But it's good to seek for advice.
Mm.
I know that was for that decision. My parents they had their own view and they helped me. I had some friends talk with them and they said their own view of the thing, but at the end you just need to put everything final decision. Don't be like a rush, don't make any emotional decision, but put everything, do your risk assessment, and sometimes it's good to say no.
I saw this video a while ago, and the it was "This too shall pass." And so the whole point of it is when you get super high on life and you're super pumped and you're super excited about everything, to remember that this too shall pass. And when you're really down and things aren't going your way and you're bummed out, maybe you got a bad grade, you're getting rejected by someone, you didn't get a job, whatever it might be. We post something, we don't get views, that can be, and we put so much effort in it, that can suck. But this too shall pass. I think it's really good to it keeps me balanced where there's highs and there's lows, but when you can find that middle ground where you enjoy the highs and okay, the lows can mess you up a little bit, but then you quickly get back to the middle. You keep doing the work, and I think that's the important thing. When you get super high, you might think you're the shit. You're the most important person in the world. You're amazing. You're so good, but eventually people are gonna forget about you. And when you're really bad and you think everyone hates you and you're garbage, people don't care that much. And if you just continue to do your work, you'll be fine. You just get back to doing the thing that you want to do. Yeah.
As you can see, this video that's playing in the background does not line up with what I'm saying right now, and that's because a lot of the files got corrupted. In this video in particular, there's a train passing us, so you can't hear anything we're saying. So I thought I'd just have the video playing, and I'll do the outro here. So as you can see, this is our first in-person video. We have two really branches that we want to dive into, and one's creating moments and one's capturing moments. And we feel like we can truly capture moments when we go out and talk to people. So we definitely went outside our comfort zone, talked to a lot of individuals. A lot of people just didn't want to be on camera, and we wanted to be respectful of that. This was a little all over the place. It was our first one. So just like the first podcast episode, if you remember, it was a little all over the place, but it slowly got better. And that's sort of the aim with this as well. We also hope to talk to more people in this one. We didn't have the most amount of people, but the numbers are definitely going to go up. We're going to go to different locations that hopefully people will be more receptive about being on camera and sharing. If you do want to see other questions, if you have any advice for us, it's in-person content, so it's very different from anything we've done in the past. Drop it down, let us know, and enjoy the next sort of unorganized random clips that I decided to keep in just because I thought they were fun, and we'll keep this lighthearted every now and then. So enjoy.
Wow. We've been approaching people to get their advice, and actually one person who gave us a piece of advice but wasn't willing to come on camera, and I thought it was actually very valuable, maybe just because it was the most recent one I heard. His name was, what was his name? Clay. And Clay said it's one thing to hear a really good Wow. It's about, surround yourself with the right people. And pretty soon when I cut Caleb off my life and I was starting to surround myself.
You are wow. No one likes you. I gave you this platform.
Wow. What's the best piece of advice you've ever gotten? So what's the best piece of advice you've ever gotten? Wait, where you going? Yo, where you going? What's the best piece of advice? Yo, wait, what's the best piece of advice you've ever gotten? What's the best piece of advice you've ever gotten? Wow. Oh, come on, huh? Oh, yeah. Oh.
Why does this go up so high?
Dude.
What is going on?
That's great. Just. That's
let me
awesome.
change angles here. Oh.
Is he doing that right?
Is he doing that right? No, he's not doing it right.
Wow.
Now I know why Sarah likes you.
What the hell does that mean?
Wow.
Oh, look at that back. Sorry. He has a girlfriend. I have a girlfriend. We are both straight.
You wanna do one?
I have to remind myself sometimes. What, pull up?
Wanna do a set?
Light work.
Hey. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What'd you think about his form? Nope. Alright. Okay.
You got shut down again. It's because you're a brown man.